Coming up, move over tennis and golf. Pickleball has taken over as the fastest growing sport in the country, but why is it so popular? And is it just a temporary craze? We'll take a closer look at this sport after the break.
Pickleball is officially the fastest growing sport in America, according to the Sports and Fitness Industry Association. The new craze saw about 4.8 million players across the country in 2021, a whopping 40% increase from 2019. So here to tell us about what's behind this explosion, this growth that they're seeing in this sport is Annie Worcester. Thank you so much. She is a strategic advisor for Major League Pickleball. Appreciate you being here with us.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
You guys just finished ringing the opening bell down there. Congratulations on that. But, you know, I got to ask you, why is pickleball becoming so popular?
Well, pickleball is the fastest growing sport in America for many reasons. It's affordable, it's accessible, it brings families together, it brings communities together, it brings colleagues together. It's multi-generational, it's ageless, it's genderless, and you can get out and play regardless of your athletic ability, so it's immediate gratification. A lot of people say pickleball is going to, make the world a much better place, and especially coming out of COVID, when so many of us have been stuck on our handheld devices, it's just a wonderful way to connect with others.
Wow, and pickleball is getting attention from celebrities, professional athletes, even venture capitalists who want to invest in the future of the sport. Does this surprise you, the amount of interest that pickleball is getting?
You know, it's so wonderful to see the grassroots interest in this $4.8 million number, and the fact that the participation has increased 39% over 2 years, which makes it the fastest growing sport in America. But to your point, the business world, here we are at the New York Stock Exchange. We're launching our 2022 Major League Pickleball season. We're doing a live draft reveal show at the National Tennis Center in Flushing Meadow on Saturday night. And next week, we play our first signature event in Austin, Texas. And we're also announcing all kinds of new sponsorships and partnerships. Franklin, Pro XR, the paddle company, Skechers, traded on the New York Stock Exchange.
Everybody wants in on it. And Ann, we were just showing...
Aura Organics.
Can you hear me? We were just showing a graphic there trying to explain what pickleball is. It's like a hybrid of tennis and there it is right there, ping pong. How would you describe this sport?
It is definitely a hybrid of tennis, badminton, and ping pong. And it's played on a smaller version of a tennis court, so it's even more social because you're close to your partner and to your opponents. And it's played with paddles that are smaller than a tennis racket and a ball that looks like a wiffle ball. And you can play singles or doubles. And there's fun rules like you can't step in the kitchen, and ATP is an around the pole shot. And then there's Ernie's and all kinds of other strategic shots for those who are more advanced than I am. But it's the sport that you can just get out there and play the first try out. You can go to your public park and you just put your paddle on the fence and you wait for the next available spot. Or there's organized events like round robins and match play at different pickleball clubs and pickleball associations.
That is cool. And, as it's becoming so popular, the country is really struggling to keep up with demand for pickleball when it comes to, building the actual courts. Is it possible that the sport is growing too fast before it's really available for everyone to play?
Well, one of the things that's happening, and I come from the pro tennis world, so unfortunately, tennis courts are being converted into pickleball courts because of the demand that you just mentioned. You can fit 4 pickleball courts onto one tennis court, and it costs $100,000 to develop a tennis court and only $25,000 a pickleball court. So as a tennis purist, I'd like to see new pickleball courts, not replacing tennis courts. So that's another huge priority for Major League Pickleball. We not only put on our signature events, and then we have regular Pickleball Night in America Tuesday night events which is appointment television for pickleball. But we're also developing leagues at the grassroots level together with our sister company, Duper, which is the Dreamland Universal Pickleball Rating, which is the most accurate and reliable rating in pickleball today. And that technology will help local associations, public parks, pickleball clubs create organized play, so round robins and match play events. But there's also a real need to make sure that we're building enough pickleball courts, and that's another goal of Major League Pickleball, is to work with our partners in the industry to build more pickleball courts and hopefully not be replacing tennis courts.
Yeah, we hopefully not. But, you know, because so many people are playing it and they have this appointment television or appointment play that they're doing on Tuesday nights, are conversations that were once reserved for the golf course now being held on the pickleball courts? Or is it more anger and they're like, don't talk about business because we're going to be fighting at the end of this game?
You know, it's a very social sport. And it's definitely competitive at the higher levels. But I think it's a very friendly, I think it's a little bit friendlier of an atmosphere than that. And I think, again, that's what sets pickleball apart. The other nice thing about pickleball is you don't have to go to a proper court. You can set it up a pickleball court in your driveway or in your street in a safe place as long as you have a flat area. And today, we staged a pickleball match in the iconic boardroom here at the New York Stock Exchange, thanks to a new technology called Pickle Roll, which is a durable, mobile pickleball court that plays beautifully on any flat surface. So we set it up in the we set it up this morning before we rang the opening bell. Our chairman, Steve Kuhn, and our founder rang the opening bell, which was so exciting. But prior to that, we had 4 pros play pickleball on the Pickle Roll court that was loaded in at 10 o'clock last night until 3 in the morning. And they played a fantastic doubles match of pickleball. That's surrounded by our sponsors and our partners and our team. So it was really exciting morning.
That's cool. Well, it's going to continue to get more and more exciting. I know some people are even hoping this will become an Olympic sport at some time. But I got to ask you, why do they call it pickleball?
So it was invented in 1965 in Bainbridge, Washington. And there is a phrase in crew, in rowing, something about the pickle is something like of pulling different people together for the pickle in crew or rowing, and that's where the name emanated, because pickleball was like the combination of tennis and badminton and ping pong. So that's one theory. The other theory is that their pet dog was named Pickle, and that's why it was named pickleball. So you can choose whichever story you like better.
Well, I like them all. I like them all. And we're definitely going to have to play. Alicia and I are going to have to get out on that court and check it out. So thank Ann Worcester, Strategic Advisor for Major League Pickleball. We appreciate your time.